Special Forces.
Oh my God.
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Because my experience, I'm dying to know your experience.
Listen. Well, what was your experience? I watched your experience. That's your experience. It was watching, I swear to you, it was watching you, Kayla Nicole, and Kyla Pratt.
Yep.
That's what made me say I could do it because, or that I would do it. Not that I could do it, but I would do it because I was offered season 2 and I was offered season 3. And I was like, hell nah, hell nah. Hell no. I saw something happen to poor Tara Reid. And they like pushed the baby off the boat. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, nah, that's not for me. No. That's not for me. They all close on you. I was like, there's gotta be spit particles getting in my face. But I'm glad I did it. I mean, it was difficult. I always say like, I'm athletic, but I am not an athlete. So
you could get by.
I could get by, you know what I mean? But I could do a little workout.
Yeah.
But this was another level. And then on top of it, it also was very mental. It's like the physicality.
It's all mental.
It's all mental.
It's all mental.
But that's what Eva was saying too. She said, because if it was strictly about the physical, you would have won, like, hands down, no doubt about it. Like, we wouldn't even be talking, you know what I mean? But the way that it's so complicated, people don't understand that there's so much more than just the physical, just the mental. It's all of those things combined, and it can mess with you. It can really mess with you. There's something about having to surrender that's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, and there's something about not having the ability to have a messed up day, because we're used to having a messed up day. We fight through it all the time, but there's something about being able to pick up the phone and call your loved one, call your mate, call your sibling, call your mama, whoever you have that's close to you, being able to say, God, today was rough. Yeah. But having to sit in that with no one to call, nothing, no outside forces or anything like that was, man.
I want to stay here for a while because who was, I don't want to give, away the results, but by the time this episode comes out, we would probably have known. But who did you trauma bond with?
Eva.
I seen it on, you posted it on your social.
Eva. Absolutely Eva. Eva was my sister through this because she also was filling me in because I didn't know who was gonna be there. So to be quite honest, I went in with my dukes up. Yeah. I was ready to, I had never done unscripted. I love reality TV. You know what I'm saying, like baddies all day.
Yeah, what? Love Island.
Post formula.
What?
But I had never done it. And so to go into it, I thought, you see clips of Big Brother, you see clips of all of these things, and I'm like, all right, all things considered, somebody's gonna fuck with me. Yeah. Somebody is going to come at me, and it's interesting because, to be quite honest, I thought that it was gonna be Cody Brown, who's from a show that I'd never seen before, I was about to say Mob Wives, Sister Wives.
Yep.
And so Eva kind of ran down the people that were there, and I'm like, okay, so now I started Googling like the night before. The last night I had my phone, I started Googling people and seeing like what their stories were. And I'm like,
after?
Before I met them. So I went into it kind of thinking, all right, so he's gonna be a problem. She might be shady. This person might do something. But I was wrong. You know what I mean? And I really went into it with my own preconceived notions about people having their own preconceived notions. And so what ended up happening is again, I don't know what anybody thought, but to me, that's respect. I didn't know what anybody thought. So it was really cool. And there's something about this crazy ass show. There's something about being around people that society would have us believe that there would be no reason for us to be sitting in the same mess hall, in the same, the same barracks, and having a meal together, sleeping across from each other.
Relying
You know
on
what I
them.
mean?
Yeah.
Relying, truly depending on them for your survival through this. And then the feeling of when you mess up and their survival depends on you. Like that, there's something about that, but here we are bonding not over our differences, but actually our similarities. Because we're going through the same thing.
For sure.
There's no time to talk about politics right now. There's no time to talk about what you believe about this or that. And it's there's something powerful about that.
Yeah. Man, I did that show, and every time a person asks, because I made it, I was literally an hour away from
I
completing.
literally thought you was going. I was like, Cam is
Like, but it now I'm prefacing you this. However long you stayed, I knew this being a part of production. It comes down to the edit.
yes.
It comes down to how they want to make you seem or make the situation seem.
You said it comes down to the edit.
The edit.
My brother.
Talk to me.
No, I won't be. What I've learned is you're absolutely right. I haven't seen the edit because at this point where we are, it hasn't aired yet.
For sure.
But an edit is an edit, right? And they can do whatever they want. What I've decided is that anything that I do other than scripted, I won't be watching because I have no control.
Watch it?
Nah, I don't, because I think I'll see clips.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's
Yeah.
all good, but I also know that. It was an incredible experience. I want everybody to watch it. I think that it's going to be great television, but I don't necessarily need to constantly relive things that I already actually lived.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything about me. It's easier to watch. It's easier to watch Jamal Lyon than it is to watch, stuff like that where it's like people have. And again, they've been wonderful. I don't have any bad, anything.
For sure.
It's just, I don't need to know either way. I feel like knowing anything too much about yourself or watching yourself too much is just not healthy.
The common question that's asked is, and you will get this, is, was it real? You see what I'm saying? And being on TV, be it that it may, it's real as hell.
Yeah.
Those emotions, those triggers, those like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, hold on. Hey, bro, sweetheart, like for real. Like, those are real emotions.
Yeah.
And you find yourself in a situation that's like, yo, I'm finding out so much about myself. The main reason why I did Special Forces was I wanted to expose myself to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
At that point in my life, I was trying to really put away my career. And I was in search of something that's like, yo, where am I flawed at? Am I emotionally intelligent? Am I emotionally aware? Do I have lingering issues that I may not have been able to properly voice that I was masking through a football career that now, and I went into it with no pretense of being a fan of the show.
Right.
I didn't know nothing.
Right.
I've seen a former football player. I reached out to him. I was like, yo, how was it? My next question was, is the pay good?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
brother.
Hello.
That was
like,
let's keep it real.
let's keep it a big
That's
buck.
what made me say yes.
You know what I mean?
That's what got me. That's not what kept me.
Yes.
But that's what got me.
But that right there was like, yo, was it professional? Because like you hear these situations where it's like, okay, I got you. Now I'm about to use your story against you.
Yes.
And it's like, no, I'm feeling attacked.
Yeah.
That ain't how you handle me. And I think what happened was the money had already cleared.
That's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when I got there, it was the relationships that kept me there.
Yes.
And I told Kayla and Kyla, I'm only here because of y'all. If y'all quit, when y'all quit, that's when I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know what, DS, I'm good.
I feel like I was there because of Eva, Chanel, Teresa, and Gia. Like, yo, Teresa and Gia, Giudice, my Jersey girls, and Chanel Iman, and Eva. There's just something about them, but yeah, that was exactly what it was, and it kept me there. And you know what I did also? I told myself every single day, I said, I'm gonna quit tomorrow. Because I knew I really wanted to fucking quit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna quit tomorrow. And then when tomorrow come, I'll say I'm gonna quit tomorrow. As long as I didn't quit today, then I would keep on going. So that's really what held me over as long as I was held over. Cause, yo, man, like some of that stuff I was just like, and I was like, yo, the moment they tell me I got to clean up that shit. Oh, no, I'm a VW. I'm a voluntarily withdraw.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, this is not gonna happen.
Okay, which staff member really irked you?
Foxy.
Bruh,
Foxy pulled, and what pisses me off is that they so damn nice on their Instagrams and in their real life. That pisses me off. Like seeing Foxy with his baby and his lady, and seeing Javon, seeing Q with his lady, like how delicate he is.
See,
I'm like, damn, y'all are nice as hell.
Q wasn't even with his lady. Like, he came on.
Oh, okay.
Funky Friday.
So maybe she softened his ass.
Yeah.
Cause those were some rough ass mofos.
Yeah.
Foxy's ass gonna pull the thing off of my head, and he sees my grays in my beard. And this sucker gonna say, no, the first time they meet you. And so he looks at me and says, you getting old, don't you?
Yeah.
And I want to be like, motherfucker, you look like a crumbled baguette.
Hey, you talking about?
And you sit there talking about me, but then what's so funny is that, again, it's somehow, you feel somehow like they are rooting for you. Because you know that they are. You don't feel that in the moment. Don't get me wrong. Like, I went into the interrogation and I left and I wanted to punch them in their face.
What?
I really did. Because at that point, you're tired.
Yep. Exhausted.
You are exhausted.
Yep.
You are run down. It's like you finally think you're going to get to sleep. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and then they call you in. And then you go in, you cold.
Yeah.
You maybe then already swam in that cold ass water that they had us in Morocco or whatever like that late at night. And then they start asking you questions. You may overshare. You may say things that, are absolutely factual.
No, for sure.
But are just more emotional.
Your state of mind.
You're more vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you're sharing things that maybe ordinarily you wouldn't have shared in mixed company.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And then sometimes you leave. And I left, and I was kind of mad at myself. But then I turned, flipping, instead of being mad at myself, I was mad at them.
Yeah.
It's all of those emotions, all of those things, like, am I representing my family the right way?
Right.
Am I making sure that, people know that, like, I'm a real one? It's just all of these things, but there's no time to worry about those things. And so your guard is dropped.
Yeah.
You really have no control. You thought you had control. You're like, come on, man.
I'm good.
Come on, I've been doing interviews forever.
For a long time.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I've been doing interviews forever. Like, it's fine. And then you get there and you're just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened? So, but with that said, it's one of the instances in my life that I've probably been the most clear-minded. And I left it with such a certainty about where my life was going and where it was just a very clear vision. And I loved it.
I look at that in a situation where I will double down and say it's all about the edit. We had so many moments, and it came down to, it wasn't the heights, it wasn't the water, it wasn't, being sleep deprived, it wasn't certain things. They used what I said against me, and they didn't show that. When we first got to where we were in Wales, and the first day we got there, it never made the cut, because when we got there, Golden Tate had did something, and he was in a chicken coop, right?
The fuck?
Exactly.
And he did something wrong? So
I
he was in
looked at him, and I was like, yo, I'm not doing that chicken coop. It just dehumanizes Black people. I said that. And then they kept saying, stop saying that, because they hear you. And they record everything. They will wake you up out your sleep just to turn your your mic on.
Yes.
They don't show those type of things. Great experience, but it was like, no, I'm dead ass serious. I'm not doing that coop, bro, because number one, I'm 6'6". Number two, Black people in chains or being suppressed in compromised place. I'm not doing that. So all those experiences, I did the interrogation room for like an hour. They only showed 10 minutes of it.
Sure.
And it's like, yo, now I left a whole show, people thinking that you're broke. And I'm like,
sure.
My baby mama's listening, I am broke. It's hell. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like certain things are happening. And I'm like, yo, that wasn't the case. So the last challenge, they had this interrogation, and I'm like, man, I'm good, bro. I know. Bro, we slept. We didn't even sleep. We was 12 hours, or really 18 hours on the run. So they was trying to brainwash us. They was trying to have us just in this mental state because we were held hostage, and they wanted to put us in that frame of mind. As soon as they opened that door, I was shocked that it was sun outside because of, how long we've been going. And I seen a coupe. And I was like, I felt like training day. You motherfucker. Oh, y'all got me, bro. And then that's why I quit. And it had nothing to do with, it wasn't tough. It was just like, yo, y'all put me in that coupe. Y'all knew I felt like the producers was gonna try me on some, let's see if.
But they didn't show the chicken coop thing, did they?
They did, but they didn't show Golden in there, nor my response to Golden being in there. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
So Golden's situation happened day one. As you know, that show is shot in a 10 to 15 day span.
Right.
I made it all the way through. And that, going back to the first day, I'm like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not getting in that coupe, bro.
I think I may have missed the damn episode where you left, because I don't know why I thought that you left because of the interrogation. I didn't know anything about that.
It was it wasn't, I'm saying it wrong. It wasn't the interrogation. It was when they try to not hold you hostage, it's like somebody help me out.
It's like the interrogation where you can't give up the goods. Like they're trying to get the.
But it's
like a hostage interrogation type of thing.
Yes.
Like you've been captured by.
And they
a
give
POW type of thing.
Yes.
Like a prisoner of war type of thing.
So they give you words to keep in mind, like don't give up that you're in the U.S. military. And then it's like, okay, what am I supposed? Well, what's my story? And then they're asking you this question, and they send two different interrogators in there. One of them is to soften you up. How are you? Oh, you got kids. Tell me about your kids. Where are you from? Oh. And then you see another situation where it's a bigger dude. He's like, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, whoa, my man. But that whole experience came down, obviously, to the edit. But the relationships that was garnered there, it exposed this in me. I knew a lot of those people prior to me seeing them. I was fans of them.
Got it.
You had Doug Baldwin, Kayla Nicole, Kyla Pratt, Golden Tate, Brody, so many individuals that you know from afar. But when you go through the same triggers, traumas, and same issues, you start to say, I'm not a good teammate. Or I am a good teammate. Hey, I'm stronger than I gave myself credit for. Hey, I'm weak in these areas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And going back to your point, it has nothing to do with athleticism. It has everything to do with here.
Absolutely.
Because when they, 16, 12, report to the thing. Like you're waking up and it's like, oh,
what
man.
number were you?
Like 16.
I was 16. Man, carry on the legacy.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's right.
Y'all
want to fuck with the black man, make us all 16.
Yeah, so see, what's happening here?
That's right, what's up?
And so it was those things that I realized I appreciate Fox for giving that and making it and keeping it real.
Yes.
Right? It's like, everybody, like, how real was it? It's like, no, bro, like, it was so real. I was using a watch to entertain myself. I was like, yo, Wednesday, what I will be doing, 6 p.m. No, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, bro. It's lit in my household, bro. We'll be doing
Bye, Cam.
Like, real talk.
Not think about Taco Tuesdays.
You gotta go somewhere.
Yeah. I used to make like music, not music, but I would make like sounds with the beep of the watch.
That's creative.
Yeah. I mean, I found different things to keep myself all right, and also, you know how they film you when you go into the bathroom?
Mm-hmm. Did y'all have the huts? Was y'all outside?
They had a big ass gumbo pot with a piece of plywood with a hole cut into it.
Yeah,
and you're
then they
supposed to
just
sit
throw
your
dirt
ass down there.
And then you having a whole conversation with a person, male and female, like, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Now, what I did is, because I didn't want to be on camera, and I don't know what they're going to do with the edit, but I decided, because I had worked for Fox before, so I knew pretty much, like, what songs will they license and what songs will they not license? Well, I Will Always Love You is a very expensive song. So I would sit down on the toilet. I wouldn't sit on the toilet, and I would sing I Will Always Love You out loud so that they couldn't, this is true, so that they couldn't film this. They couldn't put it on TV.
Now watch this.
Now watch they put some music over it and don't show me.
Watch this.
And I'm just sitting there like this.
You think you smart, huh?
And they got boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Like,
bro.
nah. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible, but you know, I thought I outsmarted them, so we'll see.
My last question on this is, what challenge got you?
The one with the plane drowning.
With you and Ava. Eva, I'm sorry.
I did it with Eva, and then I did it with Christy, and I lost both times.
Hold on, you went again?
Bro, that was the worst experience of my life.
What?
Because both of them passed. And the only reason why both of them failed was because of
you?
me. It was so embarrassing.
Damn.
And I loved it, but still.
Dang.
It was awful. And this is the thing. Right before, and I was so sure of myself. And that's the thing. It was the one challenge that I was sure of myself. And it was the one that I failed. What? Because I feel like I wasn't cocky, but maybe I was in my head. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I'm a singer, bro. Like, my air, you know, my breath control, man, come on. It's top notch. I got this. So they're up there dripping everybody down into the water in the plane that's supposed to have crashed. And I'm sitting there with my watch. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I hold my breath. I'm like, well, baby, Eva can hold her breath for 41 seconds. I can hold my breath for 1 minute and 12. What? So we good. Like, what's good? Like, nobody's messing with us. But then they put us under that dirty green water. And I'm not good at opening my eyes underwater, all right?
Little murky murk.
I can swim, but I'm not good at opening my eyes underwater. And I'm thinking to myself, but if this was real, wouldn't we have goggles? So whatever. But we had to swim, and I just couldn't find, they said you have to exit, but you had to exit out of the second door. I couldn't find the second door. So I'm sitting there like, the first time, I'm thinking, okay, I'm good. And Eva starts freaking out when we're getting lowered. As we're walking to the plane, she starts freaking out, like crying like crazy. And I'm just like, well, this is my strong boo.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? So I start calming her down. I calm her down because I was like, yo, it's just you and Marley, her little baby girl. I said, it's just you and Marley holding your breath at the pool. I said, this is easy. This is simple. We got this. She calms down a little bit, and then the water goes above me like this, and I start freaking out. And I kind of, but by that point, I know if Eva had known that I was freaking out, she would calm me down, but we already under the water.
Y'all underwater?
So I'm freaking out. I start drinking this water. I'm like, and then
it's a green smoothie.
She taps me. She gets out. I get out. And I cannot find the second thing, so I end up at the back of the plane. And I got out, but it was the back of the plane. Then we went up. And Christy didn't have a partner. So for whatever reason, my dumb ass, I'm like this.
Are you just a glutton for punch?
Because I was like, we can do this. And I thought Foxy didn't see me. I was kind of like, should I? Because I wasn't sure. I was like, should I? And then he's like, come on. And I'm like, fuck. So now I can't say no. And I went. And this time I was choreographed. I said, okay, it's window, window, door, window, window, door. So I got this. Even if I can't see it, I'm gonna do window, window, door, window, window, door. I get to window, window, door. Got it. Window, window. Where the fuck is the next door?
You panic.
I don't see it. So I panic and I go out the back again. And I lose again. And I was just like, and of course, Nick Young, Swaggy P over there, just being like, damn, he lost again? It was the worst.
Hey, bro. See, that's the thing, though, and that's why I say it's real, because You can tell yourself what you will do, but you would never be able to
Absolutely.
tell yourself what you would do when you're panicking.
Absolutely. And everybody's gonna be watching it being like, oh man, I could have done that.
Window, door,
Man,
window,
his dumb
door.
ass couldn't even go to window, door.
You feel me?
And it's just like, okay, then go do it.
Dang.
Because what I know for sure is that gave me so much more respect. I always respected the troops.
Yeah.
I'm always like, you know,
Yeah.
do not support war, but
Yeah.
you gotta love and support the troops.
For sure.
My uncle, you know, fought in Vietnam. He was a Navy SEAL. The fact that there are people that do this, because yes, ours was very, very real for us, but it was not as real as the people
The real
that
thing.
actually do it.
For sure.
So for that and that alone, I'm just like, yo, I have so much respect for
Yeah.
the fact that this is not a 1 week or 3 day or 4 day thing for them.
No, this is life.
It's their life.
Yeah.
So when I look at Q or I look at Foxy, I can understand them because it's very serious to them. They want you to respect what they've done. They want you to respect what they've been through. And I get it, but it doesn't make what you're going through at that moment any easier.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said about there are certain things in there that are meant to trigger you based on your culture, your gender, your age, whatever it may be, your physical form, whatever it may be. Because it's the same thing. It's so crazy that you said about the chicken coop. There was a cage that all of a sudden was rolled in. And it was like a wooden cage. And it looked like one of them old like slave auction block cages. And I'm sure that there were a lot of people in the cast that their mind didn't go to that when they saw it. But of course, my mind goes right to that.
No, for sure.
So I'm just like, I said to Eva, I said, the moment that they say that we got to get into one of those, I'm gone. And I'll voluntarily withdraw. And I'll be okay because I'll feel like I had a reason to be able to do so.
That's the line in the sand.
That's the line in the sand. That's my absolute.
Yeah.
But I never got to the point where I had to do that, so it was all good. But I understand the idea of culturally it means something different to us
For sure.
than it means possibly to someone else.
Yeah, man, I took that experience as something where, man, special shout out to every person
Absolutely.
that has protected the United States of America. Yeah, can we get better? Absolutely. But
We must.
For the people who have sacrificed limbs, body parts, and lives for our safety, and we just got a glimpse of what they go through. Sleepless nights, you can't brush your teeth, you can't really properly take care of yourself, all for a moment that I've been looking through this hole for 28 hours.
Yeah.
He's here. As soon as I get there, pow! And you gotta go.
And it's wild because there is a point where you're like, damn, can they just like let us sleep?
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, they could be woke up at any time.
At any given point.
Any point. So, you know, it's all respect, it's all love. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful to be able to, I'm grateful that that was my entrance into unscripted or reality TV, whatever you want to call it. And you know, it's always fun to work with the folks at Fox. You know, I've had a good experience with them thus far, and it's been a good thing. So, you know, I certainly have funny ass stories. That's the other thing too, is that it's a dramatic show, but there's so much fun, there's so much joy, and that's why I'm scared of like edits also, because there's so much joy around the situation. There's so much funny shit that happens, you know. But who knows? Again, like you said, it's all up to the edit.
It all comes down to the edit and the storytelling.
Yeah.
Well,